Hey, fourth grade, welcome to problem of the day. The perimeter of a piece of carpet is 634 inches. If the length of the piece of carpet is 220 inches, what is the width of the carpet? So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of remind myself that if I have a carpet here, perimeter is when I add up all four sides. I don't do any multiplication. I'm just adding up sides. So the numbers that I already know is that the total is 634. So I'm going to write that in the middle. And then I know that 220 is the length. So that means 220 is on one side, but that means it's also on the other. So I already know two numbers that are taking up part of this total, so I can subtract them out of the total. So minus 220, and then I'm going to have to do it again. So 4 minus nothing is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 6 minus 2 is 4. And then 414 is with one side, but now I need to minus another side. So I'm going to subtract 220 again. So 4 minus 0 again is 4. 1 minus 2, I can't do. This is now too small, so I need to regroup. This becomes a 3, and then I can borrow a 10, and this is now an 11. So 11 minus 2 is 9. And then 3 minus 2 is 1. So now I have 194. 194 is what I have left for this side and this side. And I need to split it between the two. So I need to divide 194, divide it by 2. So I have 3 digits in my divisor, and I know that 2 won't go into 1, so I'm going to do 2 spots. So 2 times what and 2 times what instead of 3, because the 1 won't work. So 2 times what gets me as close as I can to 19 without going over. I can skip count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. It's 9, and it got me to 18. Subtract it to get 1. Bring down the 4. 2 times what gets me as close to 14 without going over. Skip count again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 exactly is 7. That equals 14 with no remainder. So my answer is 97 would be on both sides. And the answer asks for one side, so it would be 97. The tough part is I have to subtract this measurement out twice, and then divide what's left over for both sides. Kind of tricky. You have some different numbers to work with. You have 205 inches, but your total is still 634. Good luck.